Blue Jays pitcher Dylan Cease seemingly is taking us back to what seems to be a bygone era of pitching. That's right, Dylan Cease has been incredible lately, where he's been able to have length in games, something we have not seen in 10 years, maybe more. And it's incredible, and I want to show you why. So here I'm going to take you to the third inning here. Dylan Cease is on the mound facing off against the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley Field. And he already has been efficient on the day here so far. He's only got 31 pitches through 2 innings, which you could say is a little more than you want. But this inning to me really encapsulates why he's solid. And he threw the first pitch there for a ball, I believe was a slider. And here with the next pitch. And look at his delivery too. But see how that one's a fastball on the outer part of the plate there, middle but away. That's hard to hit. It's just a really good job by Dylan Cease there. Even though we got 102 on it, we made good contact. Unless he's trying to hit that ball away, it's not going to be hit well. He pulled it right to the second baseman, which is why my Dylan Cease take here really is that obviously he has good velocity and he has good stuff, but it's location, and that's something we don't really see as much. Where now, obviously you want good location, but in the way of the Greg Maddux-like corners, where here we go against Dansby Swanson, where that one he missed the outside corner with the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. But Dylan Cease is trying to attack the corners that are what he scouted are very hard for these hitters to hit. And that's kind of the point here, is by having good location and getting hitters to have weak contact, it's going to struggle. And look at Dylan Cease's windup here. See, and look at that. Now a slider on that outside corner. He's painting the bottom outside corner of the strike zone. That's back-to-back pitches right there, and that one Dansby Swanson couldn't get. But let's watch here with this next delivery. If you recall from the previous one, it's more leg focused and hips and using all that power. It's less strain on the elbow and the arm, and that's something we see so frequently nowadays is shoulder and arm injuries. Here's the 1-1 pitch, already one away here in the bottom of the third. And look at that. That's a curveball right there. And see, those 3 pitches that were just thrown were pretty much all in the same location. They're staying low and away with Dansby Swanson, which means if you're Dansby, you're going to look for another pitch in that same location. That's 3 pitches in a row right there. But Dylan Cease is attacking the hitter here. I mean, he's been throwing strikes. Now, one missed a little bit off the plate to start the at-bat. But Dylan Cease is throwing strikes. And 36 pitches in the bottom of the third, it's pretty reasonable. Here with a 1-2. High and inside in the strike zone. Fastball at 96. He's throwing Dansby away. And especially from the right-on-right matchup, that's harder to see. And then look at this pitch. Great run, high and in, and it's still in the strike zone. That's the thing. It doesn't have to be a ball that almost hits him in the face. It can be a strike. And look at that. Cease has already got 2 outs here with 7 pitches in the bottom of the third. Against a Cubs team, that's pretty darn good. Here with the next pitch for Cease. That one's a curveball that misses. And this is why I chose this part of his outing, which was an incredible outing. He went 7 innings. And he's done that frequently lately. He's been one of the best pitchers in baseball. But the thing here with Dylan Cease that you will see in this at-bat, especially against the 9-hole hitter with 2 outs, he doesn't have his best stuff right now. I mean, this at-bat, unfortunately, not to really give it away, but it doesn't go well for him. Here with a 1-0 pitch, that ball's in the dirt. That's back-to-back curveballs that missed. The previous one was too high, he let go of it too early, and this one he overthrew it a little bit. And you see how he's getting a little frustrated with himself too on the mound. I mean, Dylan Cease is a very cerebral pitcher. He's got great mechanics, and he's been a good pitcher for a long time in this league. Here with the 2-0 to Amaya. And that's another breaking ball that misses inside. He doesn't have the release point here in this at-bat, and you can tell he's getting frustrated. And his pitch count is getting a little up, but still. It's 3-0 to the 9-hole hitter that with 2 outs. That's really frustrating. But he's still only got 40 pitches in the bottom of the third. Here the 3-0. That one, great frame job by Alejandro Kirk, not called. But that's a fastball high, and he walks the 9-hole hitter to set up what is going to be an MVP finalist, maybe even the MVP of the National League, Pete Crow Armstrong. With 2 outs, 1 on at first in the bottom of the third, second time through the order. I mean, this is a really difficult spot for Dylan Cease. It's not a place you want to be. I mean, look at that. 287, 26 homers, 69 RBIs, almost 1,000 OPS. I mean, that is an incredible season for PCA. But there he steps off because the clock was going down. And that's one thing I've watched with Dylan Cease. And a lot of pitchers do it, but him particularly, they're really good at using the pitch clock to get it all the way down to make that hitter uncomfortable. Here is the pitch. And that one, you could say is a little middle. If Crow Armstrong's looking to hit it, he probably can make contact with it. But you have to respect Cease's approach here. He's aggressive. And even though that is kind of middle, it's still off-center. It's a little high and in, which is good against a lefty. You don't want to miss low in it. So Dylan Cease here, first pitch, it's a good attempt. And that was probably something Crow Armstrong, if he hit it, could have gotten under on and popped out. But then look at the tunneling on that pitch. You have the fastball in the similar location, a little off-center up to the middle, and then with a curveball there that starts at that same point where the fastball ends up and then just dies with the curveball. That's great pitch tunneling, which is something we see in today's game a lot. But again, that's why Cease is so impressive here, getting ahead 0-2 to the leadoff guy. I mean, Pete Crow Armstrong is really intimidating at the plate. And you have the next pitch here. That's high and in, but that's a good place to miss, right? Pete Crow Armstrong can't do anything with that for an 0-2 pitch. And let's go back to the pitch count here. He's thrown about 15 pitches in the at-bat after a 4-0 walk to the 9-hole hitter. I mean, this has real potential to spiral out of control on him, especially in the bottom of the third. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he got him with the changeup. Not expecting it. You can see how frustrated PCA is on that, knowing it's a huge spot, and that's just the excellency of Dylan Cease. I mean, look, he hasn't even given up a hit yet through 3 innings there. And Dylan Cease was incredible in that at-bat because he attacked Pete Crow Armstrong. He set the tone. And you know what? If Pete Crow Armstrong got him, PCA got him. That's going to happen. But he was really able to set the tone in that at-bat, really pitch out of a jam he got himself into with terrible location to the 9-hole hitter. But that's why I believe Dylan Cease is getting this game to back where it could be with pitching. He's kind of reverting to the past a little bit, where he is doing great pitch tunneling, which is something we see today. He still has great velocity, he still has great stuff, but it's the location of it. He's very pinpoint in his location, and he's not letting balls go middle or in easy hittable places. And that was something he would struggle with before, was control and location, where he would have mislocation and terrible control. That would lead to a lot of walks. And I still believe he has a walk in his game, especially this season. But of late, he's been doing the pitching control aspect of it extremely well, to the point where I believe in his last 5 starts, he's gone at least 7 innings. I mean, that is a bygone era in baseball now. Most pitchers don't even make it to the 5th. Or if they make it to the 5th, they're probably going to be taken out in the 5th. I mean, that is a sharp difference from what we are used to in the game of baseball, where you had starting pitchers go 9 innings regularly. It's a different game now, but I think Dylan Cease has the potential really to set it back and to be able to revert the game to where, in my opinion, it was in a better place, pitching-wise. Obviously, now with the bullpen, things are different, but I believe Dylan Cease is the leader that baseball needs to put starting pitching back where it has been for a very long time. Like and follow for more.